Hello? Can you hear me? We're gonna get stream going today. Um, see how this goes. Yeah, I need to change that. Oh boy, already starting off. Technical. We'll see how that goes. Is that better? All right. Okay. I think I fixed it. There's some issues with the noise gate. So yeah, hopefully we won't have a problem with that. I changed some settings. That's probably the reason why it's struggling. But I think it'll be fine for now. Let me know how sound is in chat. You're in here. I think today what we're going to do is something that I've wanted to do for a while now. I was thinking about making a new character, but I think what would just be better in general is if we just did some New Game Plus, because why not? I mean, it's been a while since I've revisited a lot of the old story and looked it over and like really dived into it. So I see some other streamers doing that as well. So we're gonna see how well it goes for us. We'll see how it is. I know there's a lot of bits in the story that is really kind of tugs at my heartstrings. So and my nostalgia strings as well. So we're gonna run that and we're gonna see how that goes. On some New Game Plus. This is a question. Do I want to start in a Realm Reborn? I don't know. Do we want to start in a Realm Reborn, or do we want to go to Heavensward? It's always the question. There's a lot of parts of a Realm Reborn that are just kind of blasé. So, you know what? Why not? Let's go for it. We'll see what happens. Eorzea, a realm embraced by God, forged by heroes. It is here that one adventurer's journey begins. Though power, fame, and fortune all beckon, this intrepid soul, destined for greater things still, guided by the Mother Crystal, they walk the path of the hero, of warrior of light. Actually, I have a question about this. Does this start like at the beginning? At the beginning? I've never tried this before. Okay. Did it? Okay, I see. The camera was in the way, so I didn't see it. So let's go. We have to go to Thanalan. It starts at level 4? Interesting. I don't know if I want to go that far back. Yeah. Maybe we should just. Yeah, let's start at the beginning. Why not? I'm the only person who's gonna stop us. Oh wow. Wait, what? Start a stream. Gotta be right back. Sorry. 1 second. Be right back. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Let's go back and jump into this. I think, like I said, I'm not entirely certain if I want to commit to all the way starting all the way at the beginning of A Realm Reborn, but why not? Who knows? Might just have some fun. Been a long time since I've done A Realm Reborn and actually like gone through a lot of the quests, so I think it would be worth it for myself. Well, youngling, how you finding our fine Ul'dah then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. Bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke who you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papashan. Find him over at the. You know what? I think it's better that. I think yeah. I think we're gonna. I think. I don't know how I feel about starting all the way there. Maybe we do instead. I'm not committed to it. I don't know, man. Maybe instead we start in Heavensward. See how that goes for us. New game plus. And in chapter. Why does it close it out every single time? That's kind of annoying. To do Heavensward. Part 1. Owing to schemes in the shadows of Ul'dah, the signs of the Seventh Dawn have been scattered, and the Warrior of Light has been forced to flee north. Though granted shelter by Lord Horshafant, heroes must press on to Ishgard. What trials await in this reclusive nation, locked in a never-ending struggle with. Go to Ishgard, guys. Nostalgia. Here we go. Go to Dragonhead. Might as well. Heavensward. I actually didn't play in Heavensward. I actually started in. Well, I think I started in late Heavensward. Leveled up to oh, wait, where's the quest? Yeah, that's Camp Dragonhead. Where's the quest? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. You have to go in here. I actually started late in Heavensward. I actually started mostly getting into the game Stormblood. Coming to Ishgard. Alright, Alphino, what you got for us? Might be munching on some food for the talking cutscenes, so.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchefant.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortan. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Hear, hear!
All right, so as a reminder for those who have played before, what has just occurred that the Crystal Braves, excuse me, the Crystal Braves have actually betrayed Alphino, and we found out that there was a lot of corruption in oh, hey, Jake. Ah, that's okay. Thanks for lurking, man. I really appreciate it. But yeah, as a reminder, the Crystal Braves have just betrayed Alphino, the brave leader of that, and some pretty crazy things happened in regards to it. The Queen of Ul'dah, Nanamo Ul'Namo, has fortunately passed. As far as we know, she's been poisoned at this point. And Raoban got his arm cut off and is now in prison, facing treason in regards to it, thanks to Lalorito. And now we are seeking refuge in Ishgard, because they're the only people that will take us in at the moment. Because Harshafant is best boy. I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names. They will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then. Oh, best boy. Been a long time since I've revisited Heavensward. Usually, sometimes I'll make a new character when I'm bored, and so I'll just start and like AAR, like I'll like get to like level 25 maybe in the MSQ. Excuse me. I get to level 25 in the MSQ and then just like never play it again. So actually coming back to Heavensward, I never really got the opportunity to revisit it. So that's what I'd like to do. Wards of House Fortin, yes, you may pass. Finally, made it to Ish.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope in their hearts, they came.
They came. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Okay.
To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
Memoirs of Count Edward Fortin. Heaven. Let's go. This is when the game started to get real good. Okay, it was alright in AAR, but it gets real good in Heavensward. Greetings, Master Apple. On behalf of House Fortin, I bid you welcome. My lord humbly present. Resident. You all. Sure. Sounds like a plan. Definitely have never been here before, so I need to get all of the Aetherites. Alright guys, let's go find all the Aetherites. Just kidding. Already have them. I can remember the correct one, though. Been so long. Archifon. Oh, jeez. Maybe I should have eaten before stream as opposed to during. Probably be. Hope that didn't come up on stream, because that was a big ol' sound that I just made. Warrior of light and his brave companions walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Forton Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around. Everyone is gathered. Come, my friends, introductions must be made. More talking side quests or quests. Yes.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing.
Guys, it's Dad.
I, Count Edmond de Fortom, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortom, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Forton.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that
Chick-fil-A.
men should seek allies.
I see chicken fat
Don't you
sandwich and waffle fries. Because I
Granted,
have
my
no
decision
sense
would
of
have raised
what I
eyebrows
can and
the
cannot
vault
spend
the
in my
halls of
budget.
The other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings.
How are the audio levels for the
After all,
cutscenes, by the way,
you
if you
may
guys
be
have a
here for
moment?
some time.
Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Really means a lot. Really helps out. Alphino has a mind to learn more about Ishgard. A bit low? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a bit low? Well, how about I mute it? Is that too low? Yeah, I can turn it up a little bit. I wasn't certain how it sounded. I did a little recording beforehand, so try to get the sound levels. So Baron von Flortom or something. Forton, his name. Count Forton. Yeah, Flortom. Yeah. Florton. More cutscenes. Oh, these aren't speaking ones. Though our friends in House Forton have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. They don't have a good Tataru voice, sorry. Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. All right, see you around, Mutton. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is trust. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Reeds and Warrior of Light. Those documents identify you as wards of House Forton. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Forton. But let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Sassy, Ataru, city awaits. My chat is blowing up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hooray. Might have to turn off the notifications. It's my free company. They're just being big goof. Usually not that active, so. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you the Hopion. Oh no, Hoplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the vault, though all other sights pale in though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet. I shall then show you around Rosia, where you may purchase all manner of services before descending to Foundation Aetherite. If there are no questions, I'm on the wrong screen. I should be on that side. Haha! I know what I'm doing. If there are no questions, onwards. The Hoplon, so named for the Plon's group, our nation's patron, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thornton's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alfred. There are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thornton I to put down Needhall and found this great nation. I should ours is I should read. Ours is rich and there is much to learn by exploring. Time permits, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to Roja, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, our master of the market. French names are so weird. Elise? And Roja. Elise. Oh, she's old. A lot older than I thought she was going. Well, you're certainly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... No, I'm saucy. Wards of House Fortin. How very interesting. Count Edmond has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we shall have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, and to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable? Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse? Weapons, armor, accoutrement, medicine, materials, whatever you desire, found in the crate. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next is the Aetherite plan. Foundation with everyone. Oh. 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 I just... Okay. Oh. And cheap. Waffle for me. Where am I going? All the way over there. Okay. House Fortin. Answer. Not even named. And here we are. And here we have Foundation. If you have yet to attune to the AI, it would be wise to do so now. Oh, don't worry. I have. I wouldn't worry about that, my friend. As for our next distance, mayhap we should decide together what else can be found nearby. The Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There our engineers can manufacture weapons for use in the dragon. Holy stables, chocobos are trained for war, also die in that. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly, while to the south and east be best if you area.
And why is that?
I fear our knights may not be able to safety levels, Master Alpha.
Hold your nose when you pass a broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes.
You misjudged me. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord but a humble traveler.
Oh, come to see the sights, have ye? Take a turn down the hop lawn and gape at the go up at the statues. Wahahaha. But if you've a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight. If your nurse may let you.
Okay. Alright, random stranger. I'll see ya.
My humblest apology, Master Alpino. Pray, pay that drunken lout no mind.
Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this forgotten knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this. There are few sources of information more abundant than bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events?
Nods and Warrior of Light.
And I'm coming too.
Awesome. Ataru. Adderall. I must say, this is rather not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern.
We recently arrived in Ishka, are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishment. Master
Gibralon. Gibralon. Just Gibralon.
I'm flattered.
Where's my accent going? I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food, drink you're after, you could do much worse.
Judging by the number of customers, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note frequent the upper floors. Spotted that, did you?
Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars, maybe, but not folks from the room. They tend to congregate downstairs, offer a menu more suited to their taste. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality mind, not the sort of stuff I'd recommend themselves.
You speak of the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call them the broom, if I may ask?
'Cause when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it.
See.
And it's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the broom, they got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about it. Is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you, low, and something sharp in your boot.
just to be sure. I'll take your words to heart.
Master Alphino, I think it's best if we return to Forton.
You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two.
Miss Tartaru, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord, the Count, would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place. Least of all, maiden.
What are you up to, Tartaru? Look around, Alphina.
I don't think I'm gonna do that really high voice for all of Tataru because she plays a pretty not big role, but she plays a pretty moderate role in all of Heavensward. So
Look around, Alphino. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live up here and wait. I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own? Oh, you know how often I look after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine.
not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. Pretty fair.
That settles it then. Tataru, Saucy, and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require us. I will.
For those of you who don't know, Tataru is I guess you could call the accountant for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Secretary, accountant, producer. She kind of has a lot of different. But the one of the biggest things that she for is business. So she handles all of the administrative work for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And now we're going to Edmond. Oh yeah, we gotta speak to Count Horton. Waffle fry. I'm getting down to the little bits of the waffle fries. That's like the good parts. Oh, this isn't spoken, okay.
Yes, then, Master Alphino, does Ishgard meet with your expectations?
That which I imagined pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history every step that I took, and when those steps took cars left Ivans and Foundation, I understood how easily that history tragedy.
The attack was devastating. Casualties, the Wyverns do not the Wyverns, unarmed men, children. Sir Aymeric has ordered us to strengthen our defense. Each house has been called upon. And there is much to be class. Women are short.
Why, mayhap we could be of assistance. After all you've done for us, we would welcome any opportunity. Kindness.
Nods and Warrior of Light.
That is a most generous offer. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great.
willing to aid. Cannot. Good. Well, what would you ask of us? From what I've heard, you are an intelligent and such qualities may prove our efforts to secure provision. I was trying to say soils and sources at the same time. I don't know why. It just happened. To secure provisions from foreign sources. Identifying trusty suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. That's embarrassing. As for you, Master Apple, I could ask no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a man with the capacity to act swiftly, decisively when needed, to aid Artoirel and Amanelaine in their duty. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I've no need for our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? You would, Amanelaine. Hold your tongues. By the fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station, and show Master Apple the respect he deserves. This is the man who slew Gaius van Baelsarf and some half-dozen primals besides. He is not to steal your glory or serve as your errand boy. Yeah, I kind of do that. Yeah, it's kind of inherent in the job. If you can pardon them for their impropriety, Master Apple. I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. Of course. My thing, fury willing, they may even thing from you. Impropriety. Propriety? Must be impropriety. Twould seem we shall not want for the employment of over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this. He's glad of this opportunity to. By granting us patronage, House Fortin has taken a tremendous. Though we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from peers and matters great. And so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, whilst simultaneously funds in check. It's an arrangement we may benefit from in expected ways. My own duties, if he's bring contact with something about missing. And as you go about helping on boards, you will inevitably make new acquaintances, Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident that I am by furthering their goals. We shall further our. Alphino's being. Alphino's hasn't learned anything, apparently. Most of the reason why the Crystal Braves betrayed us is because of him, mostly, being kind of nose up in the air and those types of things. Where is the quest? Did I miss it? Is it inside? Must be inside. Yeah, it's inside. Okay. So we have Amanelaine here and Artoirel over here.
Yeah, this is where the story splits, if I remember correctly. So Atwarel, we go to Falcon's Nest with Artwarel? I believe so. And then Amana Lane takes us to the Sea of Clouds. So, which one do we do first? Falcon's Nest, Sea of Clouds. I think we do Atwarel first. And we get an idea of just exactly what issue. Let us begin anew, Master Apple. I am Sir Atwarel de Forton, eldest son of Count Edmond de Forton. You will forgive my... I need to read. You will forgive me my outburst. Hope. I meant no disrespect. Merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike Pochefant has spoken of you often. If you are even half the man he claims, I'd be glad to have you at my side. The matter at hand, then, you will be assisting my esteemed patriots, houses Durandare and Mael, right? Does Mael? I forget how to pronounce that one. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice to say it. The prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See. At our different juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure nest. Let us make for the chocobos. Oh yeah, that's right. This is where we unlock chocobo flying. Forgot about that. We get eventually a black chocobo. I don't think we get it right now, but we do get it eventually. Jake, are you still in here? I'm not sure if you're still around, but if you are, you'll notice I took a lot of inspiration from this game in regards to the Holy See of the Chroniker. This was where I learned a lot about what an Orthodox church looks like. Was here in Final Fantasy XIV, specifically in Ishgard. They are an Orthodox church, so but they are more of a traditional or Orthodox church, whereas mine was kind of like a variation on it, because they have an actual king that is ordained to be the Pope, quote unquote, in regards to Catholicism, whereas I only had an Archimandrite, which was technically the only person below king in what's the term, like in holiness, I guess. So yeah, and there were reasons for that, but I want to get into that as far as the Chroniker goes. Yeah, exactly. That's, I mean, I had to learn a lot more about it, but this is a lot of the inspiration came from Ishgard, so you'll find that a lot of things from our D&D campaign actually came from Final Fantasy XIV. Some inspirational stuff came from Final Fantasy. You need to go to Dice Steel menu for the stables. Oh yeah, that's the manufacturer. We want to go down here to the staples. Well, I've been streaming for about an hour, so I think I'm going to take a quick stretch break. My back is starting to act up. So I'll be right back, and we'll continue the story. All right, we continue onward with our adventure through Heavensward. Me. I don't know why. I start talking, and that's when I start burping. Greetings, Master Apple. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artwarel's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, but be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. And this is where flying was first introduced, was in Heavensward. A lot of the older areas in A Realm Reborn, you actually couldn't fly in because it was just not programmed in the game. Then they did, oh, I think this is, so I'm going to mute myself. I think Edmont Portant is going to talk about Western Highlands.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. to the hamlet of Falcon's Nest. Once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, he came.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. He says he came a lot, so like every time he says it, I have to do the meme. Yeah, so as I was saying, a lot of the older zones before Heavensward in A Realm Reborn, places like Verdania and Liminsa, they were all locked, and it wasn't until recently, it must have been Shadowbringers when they redid a lot of the AAR zones, or reprogrammed them. They added flying into those zones, so it's only a couple years ago.
The world looks quite different, but when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, not, you still find the experience strangely liberating. Business. So Redwald is in charge here. Ooh. He should be expecting us. Cannot talk. Love it. Why did I decide to narrate all of this? It has been far too... Oh. This is Redwald. Sorry. Thought it was Artoirel. It has been far too long, Lord Artoirel. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Saucy Apple, Ward of House Fortin. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drillamont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, I would be correct in it that Master Apple is unfamiliar with our recent history. Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for his benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was but once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights, villagers. Then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement, and the entirety of the highlands, abandoned to the heretics. Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives. But as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Fortin are at your disposal. You need but tell us where to begin. Nods and Warrior of Light. So, a little more history of what he's referring to for those who might not know. The Calamity, you know the history of Final Fantasy XIV. You would know that when 1.0 released, it was a disaster. It was not a very good game. There were lots of problems with the game, and it was not a game worth playing. But what they decided to do was destroy it and rebuild it from basically scratch. And that's where Yoshi P came in, and a couple other people started taking over for Final Fantasy XIV. But in order to do this, in order to reshape the world, they came up with a story of a calamity that was coming, and there would be a red moon that would come, and over the patch time, over the patches, the moon would slowly get closer and closer to Eorzea until one day
they closed down the servers, and that was when the moon crashed in Eorzea, and A Realm Reborn was launched a couple weeks after. So yeah, so when they refer to the calamity, they're referring to the moon of Dalamud crashing into Eorzea, and the summoning of Bahamut specifically. Sir Redwald would have you assist the craftsmen rebuilding the fortifications of Falcon's Nest. Several craftsmen in service to House Desmael, Desmael, yeah, are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. Those men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Both their foreman tells me he has need of a man with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Sure. Let's go! Yes, I'm Roth. And who might you be? I'm so me papi o mago bijabu. Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them black birds, same as you, to build and mend all and tell others how to build and mend. Oh, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. The icicle sprites, I tell you, mark my word, there's pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stay and watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Sick. Icicle sprites. Back in the day, there used to be a mechanic called Elemental Defense, and that actually played a pretty critical part in the game, but they kind of got rid of it during A Realm Reborn. So yeah, you'd actually have to take into consideration your affinity for ice and fire before you killed something. Yeah. It was, yeah, pretty complicated, and that was kind of part of the problem with the game. Must be up above me. Surveying. You sense a hostile presence. No longer. I'm pretty much one-shotting all of these because this is like me going back. Like I'm way ahead of this as far as like story is concerned. So a lot of this is just like underleveled things that I have to kill. So I would just one-shot everything. I might, maybe not. I was thinking I might like swap classes, but I'm not a melee class. Might be faster if I just did it as like a machinist or something, but doesn't matter. Ah, now there's a man what looks like he's found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here, the kind that'll hop to when he sees a task undone. I mean, I didn't see it. You told me to do it. It's fine. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell you. I can tell. Not that... You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I've seen any skills of arms to speak of mine, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you... Oh, man. Be a waste to keep you myself when there's others out... What? Oh. This is like... I keep trying to, like rationalize the grammar, and it's not working because it's very classic English phrasing. So be a waste to keep you myself when there's others out, what need help, same as me. So if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask to head north to the pike, this bloody huge statue out in the wastes, if you've never been. Mason by the name of the Fremont? He's out there tending to the thing. Good man, Fremont. But I reckon he's taking too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Cool. Very classic, like, English slang verbiage. So it's not working. My brain and my eyes cannot comprehend what is being said. The statue of the first Azure Dragoon. And there's a lookout point that I've not seen up here. So let's grab that real fast, because yeah. I didn't get it. Oh yeah, that's right. There are specific right? Isn't it just as this law, Travanian hinterlands, sea of clouds, churning mist, sea of clouds, Travanian hinterlands, as this law. Is it a specific time that I'm supposed to be here? I don't understand. Let's look it up. Because I don't remember. There's, I know some of these have like specific emotes that I'm supposed to use for them. But I don't remember all of them. Okay. Let's look. Is it Rally? It's Rally. Alright, I'll keep that open just in case we find more. The monumental stone sculpture carved in the likeness of Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon. The stonemason Purcell devoted 30 of her latter years chiseling the piece, and it has stood for more than 150 years since. Even today, one could not find a more stirring tribute to one of Ishgard's founding fathers. Pretty important fella. Basically, the Dragoons of Ishgard were dragon slayers. That's what they are. They're specially designed to be killers of dragons, which are Ishgard's mortal enemies. Haldrath was the first of them when the Dragonsong War began a long time ago. I think it's about 1,000 years, if I recall correctly. And basically what sets him apart from like regular temple knights or anything like that is that they actually not only kill dragons, but they use like dragon's blood to infuse their armor to protect them better. And a lot of their weapons are made from parts of dragons. They're basically like the Monster Hunter hero or whatever you call him, but specifically for Ishgard and dragons. Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth, bid you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just the thing for it, rather these deep eyes I have. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. Sure, not sure how that's going to help your statue, but yeah, I can do that. Might need some bigger bristles for this project, my guy. There you are. Have you the bristles? Yeah, right here. Ah, see how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? Spitting image of Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol to everything Vanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragon fire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon the statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, ask for no greater honor. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Ysondor, stationed at the Anvil to the west of here. He's always treated me with kindness and more than I deserve to be. Any road, while you're away, came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. Bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you. Yeah, pretty impressive statue. Sado. What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound it, that fool of a... What a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. The Airmont labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Not simply give it to him. By the Fury, have you no sense and decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favoring a lowborn mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your as well as your willingness to assist. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Red. Yeah, and that's kind of a problem in Ishgard. Royalty and the lowborn. Yeah. That's probably something that we get into later in the story. But, yeah. If you have any questions or want to hear anything, I'm more than happy to explain it. I know quite a bit about the lore of Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know everything, though. Definitely do not know everything. Like that. I must applaud your initiative. Roth tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we've not the time to thank you. I have a task to embodied men and women, you and Lord Artwarel. times such as these, Sir Redwall is glad to have veterans like in turn. Calm as ever, even when you must surely send gravity. Veteran through and through, Lord Drillemont said. We have lost contact with a reconnaissance party north to Riversmead, the heretics' hide. Whether they were attacked or met with some misfortune, we know. But regardless of the cause, we must act for the harsh, unforgiving land which claim lives of men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly. I have assigned each party area to you, and you'll be working to seek him out when you depart. Luck. Atwarel! It seems we've been assigned the area near Camp Riversmead, Master Apple. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of our many lest you are unaware, camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Corthus Highlands. One of many sacrifices. It would not surprise me if our knights took shelter there, but there is one way to find out, though. Let us be off. Onwards, Artuarel. Camp Rivers meet underneath a giant bridge. Big canyon, lake bed, frozen over. There, below us, Camp Rivers meet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from all. The below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. It's funny that he says that, because in Final Fantasy XIV there is fall damage, but it does not kill you, because of Japanese ideas of suicide. Which is understandable. I mean, completely understandable, but yeah. If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no signs of it. Still, it is possible the recent storms have obscured the trail, or that they took an alternate route to Camp Riversmead. Until we investigate the camp itself, cannot be certain. Must press it. Sure. So serious, Atora. Can't you just laugh for once? Have a little smile? Atwarel is the oldest child of Forton. I think he said it earlier. He's the oldest child. So he kind of is the guy that is going to take over for Edmont. He's going to take over the house afterwards. So he tends to be a little bit more serious than his brothers, who are a lot more jovial and easygoing. Oh no, reconnaissance party night seems to be under attack from gaunt figures. No longer. Are you all right? I heard sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. The heretic slain and one knight saved, just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Master Apple. Well, when you're sort of 30 levels above the content. Yeah, it kind of helps.
What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Not but white all around, until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us, naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but others, there was shouting and screaming. After a while, I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. Aye. My lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of their passing. Oh, my brothers, we must. Have faith, sir. Justice will be done. But first, we must see you to safety.
Lord Otwarel seems loath to forego any opportunity to locate the heretics' hiding place. So as far as the heretics go, so like I said, the Dragon Song War started 1,000 years ago, and somewhere in the middle of that, there was a disagreement with the people of Ishgard of whether or not who was correct. Was it the Ishgardians that that were right to kill the dragons, or was it the dragons that we should actually like follow and help and those types of things? Those individuals are considered heretics to Ishgard, worshipping dragons and praising them and those types of things. So yeah. Anyway.
He has the right of it, Master Apple. Whatever remains of the heretics' trail will be gone with the next snowfall. But we cannot very well leave our friends here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretics' trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith. Sure to make some clear. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we will not be far behind. Saucy. Thank you.
No problem, bud. Let me hop on my giant whale and go kill some heretics. Look, I'm already on their trail. Fresh footprints. Oh, this is an instance. Tracks continue to the north. Find the heretics' hiding place. Must be north. I don't know why there is a instance for this, but that's completely fine. Maybe it's because they didn't want the footprints in the real world. You will find that the music in this is very atmospheric and very good. And there is a lot of what is it? There's a lot of songs that get repeated and reused in different pieces, but they tend to be unique to the expansion, so around that rock. I mean, like, I know exactly where this place is, but when you're just walking the landscape and it's all white, a little bit harder to remember your way. Especially without map markers. It just continues on. Oh, does it go over this bridge? Yeah, because we want to go to that in the map mark. If I remember correctly. Ow, leave me alone. I don't want to mess with you. Leave me alone. With these ice traps. Or just aggro them, whatever. I mean, I guess it's okay. I mean, they're quick work. It's not this building, it's that building over there, actually, that we need to go to. Goodbye, Burb. Nice knowing you. Didn't want you anyways. I can already tell you I miss some of my bigger abilities. Isn't it? This is the place that we need to go to, but is this the correct place? Yes. Okay. Okay. I thought so. Ah, we found it. The heretics hiding church. I don't think I've really looked at that statue before on the altar. Go look at it. See what's up. Says the ward.
Looking
As he
for
draws his
me,
blade.
I presume.
Oh, okay. Good spoken.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
Okay, to explain why a dragon just appeared next to me, because that probably made no sense to people who do not have context. But in A Realm Reborn, we met a dragon named Midgardzimmer, and and basically he is the father of dragons on Eorzea, and most of the war is with his children. However, he has no involvement with it because he's kind of asleep right now. So this is kind of like his simulacrum, I guess you could call it, because he considers us, because we are the Warrior of Light, because we are chosen by Hydaelyn, he is choosing to follow us around because Crystal Mommy said we're cool, basically. So yeah, that's why Midgardzimmer's just appeared right next to me. Completely forgot that was a thing. Anyway.
No, it cannot be.
He cameth unto me,
as didst thou.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found, but I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course, and not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were and should ever be. It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Oh, now it's not spoken. Okay. Oh, I missed. Oops. Nice. I hope sound levels are good and you guys heard that cutscene well enough. But so basically, yeah, I don't think I really need to explain that. Mostly just that Lady Iceheart is a worshiper of one of the dragons. She's a heretic. So, yeah, she kind of has the power of the Echo, which is a gift of the Warrior of Light and Mommy Heidelin. So, Crystal Mommy. So, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, let's go. Continuing on. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but escaped is a strong term. But we must not let that detract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this evening, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Sick. Are you gonna tell Dad? Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. Lord Artoirel would rather not linger without cause. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwall. Come. After tracking heretics across mounds of ice and snow, I would say you are due a few hours rest next to a warm fire. Yeah, I mean, look at me. I'm half exposed. Probably should have changed before I did this, but... Forgot it was cold. Probably could have just teleported back to Falcon's Nest, but... You. Calm night on Earth's Western Highlands. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I didn't know that you were lurking, Jake. Maybe I should have started at AAR. But you're probably only half paying attention, but if you've never played the game, I think might have behooved me to do that because oh well. Lord Artoirel, Master Apple, I'm full glad am I to see you both hale and healthy. What news? Now the Warrior of Light talks. You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe we have made great strides toward purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father and the sea. As will I, Lord Artoirel. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Forton could achieve continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest. We most certainly are, my lord. Should your short time with us, you and Master Apple have accomplished... Oh, I'm sorry. During your short time with us, you and Master Apple have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwall. We thank you for your hospitality. Alrighty then. That's Kurthis Western Highlands done. And now we get to go tell Dad Forton what we're doing. What just happened? Oh my god. We killed some heretics and met Lady Iceheart, and she casually walked out of the room, and the rest of the Ishgardians let her escape. Or I mean, I guess I also kind of contributed to that factor, but we don't talk about those sort of things. She had a secret tunnel or something that she caved in. Yeah, anyway.
Welcome, Master Apple. Shall I show you inside the manor?
Sure. Let's go. Turn in this quest.
Master Apple, I would speak plain. From the first, I question your motives and your competence. And justly, now I realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread. Quite frankly, those surrounding you beg our belief. But Horshaphon swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened, because for all of his he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother. Legacy of my father's sole indiscretion.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Horshaphon was not technically. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot about that.
Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him. And to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp River's Meet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone. An onerous task, fraught with danger. And there you were, the savor of Eorzea, an honored guest of House Forton, my new comrade in arms, Horshaphon's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale.
I mean, I don't really show emotion to begin with, so other than and but you know. Oh, I forgot the classic.
Plainly, Harshaphon had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks mine own weakness. But I will not doubt you again, Master. On that, you have my word.
Good. Beat you up. Yeah, you better walk away.
Think you are? Doubting me?
To the Sea of Clouds. When a man like Lord Amanalain is in high spirits, you can be sure that trouble is in store. Yeah, this guy's funny.
Shall we be off then, old boy? Ah, but where are my manners? Amanalain de Forton, second son of Count Edmond de Forton. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut. It is true, but who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old boy, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artoirel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Alienart. Alienart.
They have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they have fallen on hard times since the calamity. Poor blight. As for what precisely we were doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop.
Let's go. Onwards and upwards. Oh, that's the name of the quest. That's probably where I said it. I probably, like, what's the word? Yeah. I probably saw it, and then, like my brain didn't, like, I didn't actually see it, but, you know, brain picked it up, and that's where the idea came from. Where am I going? Airship. Which is outside the Anatheum Astrologicum. Over here. Okay. But it's been another hour. I like to take regular breaks because I spend all day in my chair, and sometimes my back hurts at the end of it. So I'm going to just stand up, walk around, take a stretch break, get something to drink, go to the bathroom, those types of things. Feel free to do the same, and we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. See you there. Also, I was again on the wrong side. How does this happen? Why is this happening? Was that me? That must have been me. Oh well. Alrighty then. Continuing Heavensward. Let's go. We're going to be doing, oh, right, yeah, gotta click. We're going to be doing Sea of Clouds next. Going to Camp Cloud Top. That's not the right screen. This is the correct screen. Okay.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds. A frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, he came.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I have to do it every time. He came. It's an old joke, but it's still funny every single time. Alright, I'm Annalane. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Curthis may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, silent presence all the time. Never mind. We need to find Lady Laniette. Laniette? She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. Follow my lead. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow. Oh, okay. Master Apple, welcome. I am Sir Laniette de Halenard. Commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother, Francel, would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I have been unable to seek you out. By the grace of Alone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon his generous aid beside. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. Ahem. It is a pleasure to see you again, my Lady Laniette. You cut an excellent figure, as always. The steel-clad rose, equally at home on a battlefield or in a ball. Lord Manlane, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you allow me to Apple. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide an early warning of impending
Vanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless. Sector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of drowning all but the mightiest of dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes. No beast man is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a bird man and I'll show him a thing or two. And I'll show him a thing. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Master Apple.
Yeah, that seems why I'm here. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I mean, I'm here to help out. I mean, that's why I was sent here by the Lord Fortal.
While I understand Count Edmont's intention, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring the young lord does not get trampled. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Vanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Amanda Lane from shirking his duty.
Sure.
Honor what? A request from Laniette? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few realms away. Oh, never mind. What is it?
A mission of paramount importance. Watch for Draconian outflyers.
A mission? Yes, of course. That is why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Master Apple, I do not believe I have been properly introduced myself. My name is Anawa, and I serve at the pleasure of Lord Amanelane. Lady Laniette would have me accompany Lord Amanelane on his mission? I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Anawa. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go to such great lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him. It would seem he actually listens, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had I suspect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Did she just... Now that Almana Lane is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanu Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes toward us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first experience. Go and see some Marielle. She could use you. I think... She must think I'm... Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Master Apple, I presume? Lady Laniette told me you were coming. I hear you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the
Unless that Ixal's mother's. Unless that Ixal's mother's was a Gigas. Okay. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in the areas, kill or drive them away. Sure. That Noi Gundu. Noi Gundu. One area down. Continuing on to the next. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. I'm just baiting myself for these Vanu to come out. I'm just looking, oh wow, look at this tree, it's great. Definitely just a normal guy walking around, don't mind me. You sense a hostile presence. Lanoi Gundu. Uknoi Gundu. I have kept watch for Vanu. Success. Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? There were some Vanu out there I saw, but I killed them. Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Halone has blessed us with a mighty ally. Excepting your recent clashes with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even were the Holy See to come under Dravanian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. But why are you here? Simply put, Master Apple, this is where ambitions come to die. If you haven't aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. That makes sense why Manolane is here. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. A Manolane is on the list. Wait. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? Well, you had me fooled there for a moment, old boy. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monetary of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do at all. Lady Laniette will give me a grand mission as befits my station. Oops. I'm sure nothing will come of it. Yeah, he's not that stupid, right? What? What? Is it inside? Can I go in there? What? Oh, it's over there. Is there anything fluffier than a cloud? Yeah. What? What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, I'm awake. Worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Everyone seems a bit on their toes. Why so serious? Gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I will make an effort to be more alert, but really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of malms away from the front lines, which is the way I like it there. Thank you very much. Alright. One here is, motivated. Clearly. Very obvious. Many thanks, Master Apple. I can already see... I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon. Lord of Manolane said, what? Well, I have no doubt that Lady Laniette would do her utmost to oblige him. Yeah, right. If Lord of Manolane is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Laniette will want you to accompany. Aye, you might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. True. Master Apple, Lord of Manolane has just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there are no underground sources that we tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Ursian Saran, east of here. I would have you and Amana Lane bring one back to us. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention the Vanu scouts ring a nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord in a but you have doubtless grown accustomed to that now. Good luck, and peace. Lady Laniette told you? Lady Laniette told you to tell me about my mission once again? I didn't know any better. I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission, on the success of which the very survival of Camp Cloudtop rests. The procurement of potable water. Finally, it's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go. 100%. Very important. Would not survive without you, my friend. What would we do without Amana Lane? No clue. So this is Vorsian Saran of legend, and nary a Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know, why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Honoir shall judge our entries on size, purity, and, say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. Aesthetic sensibilities. Whatever that means. Kind of vague, don't you think? Search for a spring crystal in Vorsian Saran. Oh, he's talking about the crystals. I thought he was talking about killing something. If I remember correctly, they're like all along here. There's one here. Seems good. The crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps it is the spring crystal Lady Laniette seeks. He's not going to come back, is he? I forget. I haven't done these quests in a long time. Well, he's not here, so I'm going to assume that he doesn't. Ah. Master Apple, have you brought your entry for the contest? Here you go. My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from the air like water from a pump? Fascinating. Lord Manolane has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I am worried about nothing, but must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Master Apple. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeastern area of Vorsian Saran swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell, and good luck. Very well. I suppose I do have a mount, and you are on foot. I should travel further. Also, you are a small child in charge of a much larger man-child. I don't know. I think a Manolane is like, what, 16? 17? 18? Young guy. I don't think he's particularly come of age yet, but you survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of a Manolane.
Master Apple, Lord of Manolane, Lord of Manolane, he has been taken by the Vanu. They had my lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly.
Okay. I can do that, I think. Why not? Well, doesn't matter to me. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you find a Manolane. Take Manolane. Instance quest. Blah, 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 blah.
The Vanu must have taken him to that village, mayhaps to present to their chief.
Probably. I mean, if I was funny.
I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Laniette what has happened. Yet, by the time I return with aid, it may be already too late. Forgive me for asking, Master Apple. By an opportunity to sneak past the sentries, rescue Lord Manolane in my absence. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous, insensitive, and, well, insufferable. But he doesn't deserve this.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Manolane, yeah. should you see an opportunity to go in, you should take it. Well, what if I just run in and just kill them all? I mean, that seems about a good a reason to go in, right? It's like Honorwa told us, wait for a sign and see if you find a good time to go in. Or you could just kill everything. Okay. Like, sure, why not? I wonder if I had waited there for a little while, if something would have happened. Maybe I should restart this quest. I don't know if there's an easy way to restart this quest. It's fine. I'll just murder is okay. In some cases. Don't believe me. That's not. Game logic, am I right? By the Fury, you're not going to eat me, are you? What did he say? That's not what you do to prisoners, is it? Saucy, I'm over here.
Netherlings come to prisoner, spread word like thunder, and cast them into Cloud Sea.
Oh, there he is. He's over there. I can't hurt you. Okay. Okay, you just watch me steal a mana lane and throw hands. Yeah, what's up, dude? Hey, stop that! You can't untie that rope. Phew.
That was thoroughly unpleasant.
Netherlings slink away like guileful Gaelicats. Rally warriors of Gundu, let none escape.
Sure. Oh, I have to keep him alive. Oh, is he being attacked? I think he's being attacked. Oh, no, he's not. Well, then where are these two things that are oh, they're over here. All I know is that these guys are a hoot. Wait.
Help has arrived, Saucy.
For what? Archifant, is that you? Thank heavens, get us out of here. Keep a mana lane safe. We will hold them off. Okay, where'd he go? Oh, he's over there, being attacked. Are you gonna go, a mana lane? Or are you just gonna sit there? There he goes. Would you be any slower, though? He hasn't ran in a couple years, apparently. Doesn't need to. Royalty.
This way, quickly.
Okay. Oh. Be complete.
Reinforcements?
Ah.
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vundo, royals like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells, and he comes.
Oh yeah, I forgot Bismarck. Actually, I didn't really forget about Bismarck.
The white, mighty Bismarck, lord of the mists.
A flying whale? By the fury, it's a primal. We must away. Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
All aboard!
What a man. Am I right? Just barely. Plot armor. You see him like, Fast and the Furious, just like, great. Gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks, though. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. All right, more than a few. Uh-huh. It was but blind chance that brought us together this time. In case you were wondering, the Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this great creation of theirs, Hector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days ago, before with an Ishgardian lordling tow. Small world, I thought, just as said lordling's manservant skidded into view, babbling about his master having been captured, and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, they say, is history. Right, well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I'm here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon, I promise. Thanks, Sid.
Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me, dead. On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of the new primal. And that, oh boy, is no small feat. I have made a historic discovery. A fact that even Laniette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I'm rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, is it time we've made our triumphant return?
Yeah, probably. Oh, we have to go speak to Laniette. Laniette. Lanyard. Lanyard. Lanyard's queen. Praise Helone, I feared the worst. What happened out there?
And then there was
Primal? Sure? But I think on it, this Bismarck, reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend, massive creatures that swim with clouds. From what I've learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's guard would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior toward people of Camp Cloudtop. Ah, you mean to say that they have fallen under the Primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphino. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Laniad? A little recognition for the hero of the hour. A few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on. Why, yes, you are right, of course. Master Apple deserves all that and more for having risked his life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there's naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat with delay. But of course, Master Apple, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard, Lord Harshaphon, and give my warmest regards. So that's it. That's it, then. No more forays into enemy territory? Very well. I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Laniette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. Felicitous? I believe that's how you... All's well that ends well, eh? The airship landing, then. We can speak on the journey home. Or can. Or enough. We can speak on the journey home. Speak with Harshaphon and Ishgard. I mean, that's kind of on the way home. Like, already mostly there, though. Let's be fair. Oh, he wants to split an Athium Astrologicum. Or the airship landing. I confess, I have always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is the joy of having cheated again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Aymeric all that has occurred. And Manolane should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? Or probably has. Kid bounces back like a tennis ball. Might not be great in the moment, but pretty resilient.
Oh, it's you, Saucy. Gods, did he have to strike me so hard? Ooh. Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp. He did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness, competence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? Oh dear.
Okay. I do not approve of capital punishment, but yeah. Sort of, I mean, it's sort of like fantasy stuff, so. Alright. Well, I think for a little bit less than 3 hours now. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. I think this is a good stopping point as far as the story goes, because now we're going to lead into more Guardian stuff now that we've established ourselves here. So, anyway, I appreciate anyone who has stuck around in the stream. Yeah, have a wonderful evening. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid. I don't know. I don't really have anyone to raid, probably. But doesn't hurt to look. Oh, sure. Yeah, actually, that would work perfectly. Like he's playing Destiny 2. Yeah, we'll jump over there, see what happens. Thanks for much for the stream. And I hope everyone has a good night.